this is a very broad question, and we're going to go into some of the more details as we dig in, but I would love you to tell me what comes up for you as far as what it's like being a line 3, a line 3 profile and a line 3 on your conscious side as a 3-5.
Thanks for asking, Marla. So what initially came up when you mentioned that is my childhood. And feeling like for my whole childhood, really, I mean, the whole time I was living with my parents from the beginning of life all the way until, whenever, this feeling like I can't do anything right. I'm always making mistakes. Everything I do is wrong. And, thinking about it as we were preparing to come on today, how much of this experience did I attract because I came in as a 3-5 profile? Like this whole thinking about my mother being, requiring basically perfection and being particularly strict and all these requirements. And so she was the person who led me to feel like everything I did was wrong and everything I said was wrong. And so this mistakes, experience is just the first thing that comes to mind. And today was the first time it's like, oh, did I attract that experience so I can learn this? That just kind of like boggles my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then on a, more adult level, I'm always learning something. I'm always trying different things, the shiny object, try this, go down that path learning, and then drop the things off that I'm not using. So I've been a massage therapist forever, and I have learned so many techniques. Most of them I don't do anything with. So it's like they came in because they were exciting. I learned them, tried them out for a while, and then boop, nope. So that's all part of this line 3 experimentation, trial and error, learning from experience.
Sandra, I want to zero in on something you said because it sort of popped with my experience. You said you're a massage therapist, so very hands-on. Do you find your line 3 experience can be directly tied to literally hands-on, like physical movement? Just kind of wondering what your thoughts are with that.
I don't know. I hadn't thought about that. I do know that the way that I work is very experimental. Very, I'm not doing massage now, but I'm doing biofield tuning and human design. And all of the time, what I'm doing is something I've never done before. It comes to me and I do it like for the first time, and I might repeat it again later or not. So it's very much fly by the seat of my pants, what's called for in the moment. And I do body work the same way, energy work. So I'm not sure if that really relates specifically to hands-on, but that's a good question.
Yeah, I'm also laughing because as you're talking, I'm thinking about my stew recipe. There's never 2 stews exactly the same. Like it never is. No matter how much I'm like, this is awesome. This exact combination tastes perfect. The next time there's a different blend of spices. There was some sort of different combination, And
I cook the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I can't follow recipes.
Recipes are like a general suggestion.
And it kind of boggles my mind that there are people who can't cook without a recipe.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what's that like? So not my experience.
Very cool.
Juliana's down there nodding her head too.
Yes, definitely. Juliana, what, kind of to open it up, tell us what it's like for you as having a line 3 in your profile and being a conscious line 3 as a 3-5.
I definitely resonate with all of the recipe stuff. I am like, oh, let's try this today. And then you nail the recipe and then it's like, I need to do it exactly the same again. And it's never exactly the same. That's why I don't like to bake, because you need to be really precise. So I avoid baking as much as possible. I really, the hands-on piece actually really resonates with me. I would describe myself to be incredibly kinesthetic. That's how I learn. I need to be doing in order to have the body memory to learn, or speaking and sharing in order to integrate everything that I'm learning. My three, like, on reflection, I don't really notice it. I didn't notice it in my childhood until I reached about the age of 12. And I think this is just because of my ultimate caretaking that I took on as a little kid, that kind of all got pushed aside. But then when I went into my adolescent years, I started trying everything, like this friend group, this music, this thing. And my parents were a little like, what's going on? What's going on with her? Like, who is she? And I think it just had this, it was like, it needed to start being expressed, and I needed to start trying things. And then when I reached the age 19, 20, I think I counted once, and I've had over 30 different jobs in my life, because I learned something and then I'm like, okay, I'm bored. I'm going to try something else. And I've worked in forestry. I'm a counselor. I've been a yoga teacher. Now human design. And it's like, I need to keep trying, or keep doing and learning, or things get, I feel stagnant and bored. Mm-hmm. And it's the same way, Sandra. I'm like, shiny thing, I'm going to learn this. I have also studied a whole bunch of different modalities as a counselor. And I'm like, I don't use half of them. Maybe I pull out one every once in a while when I'm like, oh, my client would really like that, or that would be really good for my client right now. But other than that, yeah, it's like I learn the thing, I file it away in my little pockets,